Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Inside Golf. I'm Harry Donahue, and today we have a full show that includes a look back at Brandon Canesi. He's 23 years old, and he was born without any hands or fingers, but it doesn't stop him from enjoying the game of golf and playing it well with the help now of the fitters at Izet Golf Company. It's a fascinating story that you will not want to miss. Also, in conjunction with the Philadelphia section of the PGA, we're doing a segment on better golf with John Bierkin. John is a golf instructor at Aronimink Country Club. Also coming up on Teed Off, we'll take a look at the upcoming U.S. PGA National Pro Championship. And our panel will talk about what it means for golf in the Philadelphia area. It's a full show coming up next, right here on Inside Golf. Inside Golf, presented by PGM Plus. Play your golf bucket list. By Jersey Man Magazine. It's a Jersey way of life. And Philly Man Magazine, bringing it to Broad Street. And by the Philadelphia section PGA. Experts in the game and business of golf.
Along with being stewards of the game of golf, your local PGA professional wears many hats.
We are teachers.
We are players.
We are managers.
We are merchandisers.
And community leaders.
But we all wear one badge.
PGA professionals are well-trained experts who work hard to share the joy of golf with our neighbors for over 90 years. To find your local PGA professional, visit phillypga.com. Brought to you by the Philadelphia section of the PGA.
We are the experts in the game and business of golf.
The focus, the feel, the friends. Golf isn't just a game, it's an experience, and PGN Plus invites you to experience golf like never before. PGN Plus provides golfers with access to the area's exclusive private courses, and for existing country club members, PGN Plus enhances your membership with intra-club reciprocal play. Select your course, book your tee time, and play the best private clubs the area has to offer. Create your free account today. Visit pgnplus.com, your invitation to private golf.
Welcome back to Inside Golf. Inside Golf is proud to introduce you today to Brandon Canesi from Northfield, New Jersey. 23 years ago, Brandon was born without fingers or hands on either arm. But it didn't stop Brandon from doing the things that ordinary kids do. As we'll see, Brandon is far from ordinary. Despite his physical limitations, he's grown to love the game of golf. And with the help now of the club fitters at the highly regarded Izet Golf in Haverford, Brandon hopes to improve his game.
Over the balls of the feet. So this should be like Tom Watson says as being a defensive guard in basketball. You're in a neutral, good, athletic, balanced place.
Well, Brandon, here you are. You've been playing golf for how long?
Basically my whole life.
You're 23 right now.
Yeah.
So you started off playing as a youngster, a little tyke with, your grandfather's club?
Yeah, with my grandfather. Luckily, he was a lefty, so, I'm little. I just threw the club underneath, and it felt natural to me, and started hitting it.
You didn't know any better?
No, not at all.
And you've been playing ever since. Now, how about other sports when you were growing up?
Yeah, played a little bit of everything. Basketball, baseball, football for a little bit. Baseball was a big thing. Shriners helped me out, making a glove, making a bat for me, prosthetics. And then I just grew, and my love for golf just took over everything else, basically.
So you've come here to Izet basically for what reason?
So they can help me out, man. These guys know what they're doing, and hopefully they can help me out because there's nothing really out there like this. So
we've seen George and Mike working with you here, getting you fitted. The club that you have, how long is the shafts on the clubs that you've been using?
They average 55 to 58 inches.
Okay. Now, are they going to change the length of that shaft or just make it easier for you to get a grip on it?
A little bit of both. They're gonna make them vary down in size how it's supposed to be, so I can stand the same distance away from the ball with every club. But altogether, it's gonna make it easier for me in every way.
Tell us about your game.
I shoot good.
What's your handicap?
I say 8 or 9. I'm out there shooting 80 to 85 basically every time.
And your tee shot goes how far?
About anywhere from 230, 250.
Now, after this fitting, maybe you get it up to 260, 265?
Anything we can take, I'll take it,
To you, I can say we've done this tens of thousands of times. To you, my answer is, I'm sorry, we haven't. Now we're using what we have done tens of thousands of times. So, and again, a lot of it applies to you. So,
Mike Morrison, George Izet Jr., they're the guys here. As Mike says, if something's wrong with your clubs, Mike is really the guy. They're seeing
No,
George
that's
is the
George.
backup. I'm not sure. I
We
don't want to
have any
get
paper to ask
I don't
me.
want to get anybody in any trouble. George, first of all, your father started this business back in the 20s. You've been at this location on Haverford Road since the 30s or 40s. I'm sorry.
46.
Okay. In all those years, have there been people like Brandon come in looking for help and a particular type of fitting like this?
With Brandon's particular skills, no. We've done a few through the VA back in the early days before prosthetics got good, but we haven't done too much of this stuff.
So this is rather unique. I'm sure you'd agree with what George just said over the history of IZET and all the club fittings that you've done. I noticed in your working with Brandon, have you ever seen a shaft that long for somebody that's under 6 foot?
Well, technically, per USGA rules, it's not legal. So if I did, if it was anybody else, I'd say, what are you doing? But no, nobody else can hang on to it that way. But again, we're not talking USGA here. We're just talking enjoyment of the game.
What is the primary objective? What are you trying to do now with Brandon to get his, love for the game of golf increased and to get him to be a better player?
Exactly. And it's just like anybody we deal with is, as we can use what we know, what's the history of fitting here in the building, to just make the game more enjoyable, to make it easier to make solid contact, send the ball where we're intending to, just like with all of us. It's a target game, and have the balance and the feel be the best to athletically reflect the talents of the golfer. It's sort of irrespective of how somebody's put together. A couple of years ago, we had a gentleman that I'd never asked the reason why, but was an amputee, so would swing a club only with one arm, and that's its own kind of unusual kind of thing. But had to go through the same kind of process as how's he holding on to it, what's he doing, where's his point of feel of the golf club, and so then we would just repeat it from our point of view to give him the best setup that we can. So.
It looks like you're primarily working on extending the grip, George. Is that what you're going to try to do on the shafts?
We're going to try to lower the grip to a spot where we can get him bent over a little bit more, using 2 grips, putter grip with a flat spot for his right hand, and then for his left hand, a very tiny little piece of a grip to try to get at the bottom of the grip. That way we can set that at a certain spot on the shaft, be able to get him to bend over a little bit better and see if we can get him in a better swinging position, get his plane better, that's all.
Well, Mike, the pressure's on because Brandon told me he's about an 8 handicap. Oh, no. So let's see. By the end of the summer,
I need to play him now.
By the end of the summer, he wants to get down to a 5.
Oh, is that all? Only 3. Oh, we're in good shape then.
We didn't say next year. We said by the end of the summer.
We're in good shape.
Mike, George, always a pleasure. Thanks for your time.
Appreciate it.
And I'm sure Brandon appreciates what you've already done for him and the future.
It's yet to come. We'll prove what we can do.
So center him. Come on. What are you thinking? That's where it has to be. Yeah.
Mickey McLaughlin down at Cape May National, giving lessons to a lot of people, and Brandon's one of your pupils. How did you first get in touch with Brandon?
Well, I came outside the shop one day, and I was standing there, and I saw this set of clubs. And I went to myself, well, Paul Hahn must be in the area. He's a trick shot artist and out of West Palm Beach. And I said, he didn't call me. He's an old friend of mine. And I said, well, I'll wait for somebody to come out. And I came out, and this young man grabbed those clubs, and I went, are these yours? And he said, yes, sir. I said, well, tell me what it's about. And he goes, I don't have any hands. I said, oh, my God. I just got to a point in my life, I went, I'm going to help this kid. I said, it's about caring, really. I mean, how can I help this kid get a new set of clubs? Well, I'm going to call, first I called Pete Treadom up, my old buddy from St. David's. I said, Pete, we got to get to George Izett and see if George will help this young man, and we'll start working it from there.
What has been the biggest, satisfaction for you, the progression in Brandon's game, or just the fact that he's willing to go out there and try a game with clubs, obviously, that aren't the normal size and length and everything else?
Well, Harry, it's more about caring for this young man and setting him in a different way where we can get him in the graphites and a new head. And I'm not just thinking he's 23 now, but I'm thinking when he's 50, how he will adjust to a new set of clubs. And maybe somewhere else in the line, he'll help someone else, some other young kid, or maybe one of the vets They don't see him on TV or whatever. He's going to do some junior programs at KB National this summer. We're going to have maybe a thing in the fall for an outing for him. But we're going to get more people to understand what we're doing here. It's caring.
This is a normal.
How's your demeanor out there on the golf course when you're out there? I mean, you're not a woe be me guy?
No, I just love to be out there with friends, family, whoever I'm with. You know, it's a great time. And you get out there, doesn't matter rain or shine, you're hitting the ball bad, it's going to there, it's going in the hole. It's a good time no matter what you're doing.
Sounds like your family has been very supportive and I guess inspirational to what you're trying to do here.
They really, especially my uncle, you know, he made my clubs, he made my love for the game possible, so I really have to thank him. But yeah, everyone's real supportive.
Well, good luck. I'm sure you're in the right spot here at IZ.
Definitely. I appreciate it.
You know, golf course superintendents
are the unsung heroes of our great game.
Thanks to the game's efforts,
we now have turf that needs less water
and is more sustainable
and offers natural wildlife habitats on our courses.
If you love golf like I do,
like what I do,
thank a golf course superintendent.
Thank a golf course superintendent.
Do thank your golf course superintendent.
Thank a golf course superintendent.
A message from the Golf Course Superintendents Association of America.
Up next is Better Golf, presented by MetLife Premier Client Group of Greater Philadelphia. Quick tips to improve your game.
Hi, I'm John Bierkin, Director of Instruction here at the beautiful Aronimink Golf Club. We're coming off the heels of an exciting Players' Championship, Ricky Fowler breaking through, getting the win. Well, I want to use him as an example, particularly his winning putt on 17 in the sudden death playoff, to clear up a misconception that I know a lot of golfers have. Many golfers think that they need to accelerate through the ball on a putting stroke. But I would say that that's not quite the right information. In fact, once we set the putter in motion and develop and create that speed or the velocity that we're going to use when we hit the putter actually, due to physics, is slowing down when it collides with the ball. So I don't want you to think about accelerating through. In fact, I want you to just keep your stroke, what I like to call, on cruise control. Once you set the putter back and have it come through, just let it stay on cruise control. We don't want to step on the gas and change the velocity that we're swinging with. So remember, once your putter's in motion, keep it in motion. Don't step on the gas and just let your follow through be shorter than your backswing.
Next, we go to the rule book, the golf rule book, and Tom Karpus. Hey, Tom, that was a great shot, but I think you got to be careful before you pull that flagstick.
Well, you're right. And this is one of those rules that I have some rights as a player. My ball's resting up against the flagstick, and what I can do is I can center the flagstick or I can remove it, and if the ball falls in, the ball is holed. So hopefully I'm careful and I do that. Now let's say I'm clumsy and I pull it out and the ball moves away. Well, there's no penalty because of the fact that the ball moved.
Just means you got a 10-inch putt.
I'm removing the flagstick. What the rule says now is I now have to place it on the lip of the hole so the ball would not be holed. Now a couple other things too. Here, hold that for 1 second. When this ball was against the flagstick, remember all of the ball has to be below the level of the lip of the hole to be holed. So if I would have just reached down and lifted the ball, what have I done? I've moved my ball in play, and I would incur a one-stroke penalty and have to put it back. Now it'd be pretty hard to put back there, so the rule then says I'm going to probably end up placing it in the lip of the hole. Moral of the story is initially I have rights as a player. I can center the flagstick, remove the flagstick. Hopefully the ball is going to fall in and the ball will be holed. If I don't and the ball moves away when I pull the flagstick out, I place it on the lip of the hole, no penalty. If I lift the ball and it's still in play and it's not below the level of the lip of the hole, one-stroke penalty and replace it.
So remember, around the greens and around the hole, That's the way it is, because
golf rules.
Well, I'm here with the president and co-founder of PGM Plus, Jake Wagner. And Jake, first of all, we're at the Valley Forge Casino Resort at the Valley Beach, but we're talking golf with you, and in a little more than 2 years, PGM Plus has really taken off. How many courses now are you involved with in the Philadelphia area?
We have over 37 clubs on the platform right now, pgmplus.com. You can see all the courses listed, and we're really excited about an upcoming event, Golf and Give Week, right after the U.S. Open. A ton of really nice courses that you can check out and play a new course for the first time.
Yeah, for people who are not that familiar with PGM Plus, basically 30 words or less, maybe a little more. Give us an idea of what exactly is involved for a golfer in the Philadelphia area who may not belong to one of the private clubs in Philadelphia that are now associated with PGM Plus.
Sure thing. Yeah, PGM Plus is your invitation to private golf. It gives golfers exclusive access to some of the best private courses in the area that you've never had a chance to play.
Now, you're also involved with the local section of the Philadelphia PGA section, Jeff Surratt, and you and Jeff have a little partnership going.
Oh, it's been tremendous. Working with the Philadelphia PGA, they've been very supportive. They are working with us on Golf and Give Week, where it's actually benefiting 3 of the charities that are part of the Philadelphia Section Foundation. All the tee times that week will benefit the Section Foundation and, give people a chance to play golf for a great cause.
Now, has that been a benefit not just for the golfers, but also for the clubs because they know you have that relationship with the local section?
Exactly. Golf and Give is really a kickoff to the Golf and Give concept. Golf and Give Week is for the Section Foundation, but after this, every course can continue to list times on PGM Plus for the charity or foundation of their choice.
And it's only in its second year. A lot of growth already, Jake.
Oh, we're really excited. We have a few sales reps working with us. We're expanding rapidly into the Philadelphia, Mid-Atlantic sections, and it's going to be a great year.
Congratulations. Best to you.
Thanks so much, Harry. Always a pleasure.
But the story vying for the 20th, because that can usually be 4, 5, 6 guys. And that...
We're rolling out the action and bringing it all to the table. So go all in with endless ways to win. Join us for the area's hottest happy hour with double the action at half the price. Only at Valley Forge Casino Resort.
If you haven't seen it already, I'd like to introduce you to Jersey Man Magazine, published by former Eagle tight end Ken Dunnick. It's the only men's magazine in our area. Enjoy articles on cigars, martinis, the mob, business, politics, and, of course, golf. Written by big-time journalists like George Anastasia, Bill Lyon, Sam Carchidi, and many others. Subscriptions are only $20 a year and are available at jerseymanmagazine.com. Welcome back. It's time for Teed Off, and we are back here at the Valley Forge Casino Resort. And as the sign says here at Valley Forge Casino Resort, right behind me, Double Down Happy Hour. Double the action, half the price. What a treat if you come out here. Plus, not to mention the opportunity to win some money. Our guests today from the publisher of Philly Man and Jersey Man Magazine, Ken Dunnick, back on our panel.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Kenny. Mike Kern is the golf writer and writer of several sports for the Philadelphia Daily News, but I know golf has a soft spot in his heart. And Joe Logan from myphillygolf.com. Philadelphia Cricket Club is going to be hosting a pretty big event, Joe. It's right around the corner. It's the PGA of America's National Pro Championship, 312 entries. It'll get down to, I think, 70 the last 2 days, and it's an opportunity for the winner to pick up a sizable check and 6 tour exemptions. And I think the top, 20 or 25 guys will play in the PGA Championship. So it's all with the Wissahickon mostly, but also with Militia Hill.
And also the Club Pro version of the Ryder Club. You get into that. So yeah, this is the biggest tournament of the year for Club Pros. They make a lot of money. And for them, it's like the PGA. It's their Masters, their U.S. Open, all rolled into one. And the Cricket Club is going to be a superb venue. It's going to be tough. They're going to play both courses, the Wissahickon course and the Militia Hill course. And you and I, we were at Media Day not long ago, and the defending champion was raving about the course. And it's a great fan event, so people should come out and watch it.
The defending champion, Steve Block, and Mike, he said you better score well at Militia Hill because he thinks the Wissahickon course is going to be maybe 3 or 4 shots harder than the newer course over there.
Probably will, and we should mention that people can come for free.
They're trying to get the word out because I don't think people quite understand that. You just come and you watch and you have a good time. And if you haven't seen the course since the renovation, it's remarkable. The Melissa Hill course will play a little easier. I mean, it has to. It's just, that's the way it is. And that's why the final 2 days it's going to be strictly at Wissahickon. I think it's great. And I think this is only the beginning for the cricket club because next year they're getting the senior, one of the senior majors.
Senior players.
And then in 2020 they're getting the new USGA event. Four ball. So this to me is only the beginning for them. And this is what happens when you have a great course, you get a great renovation, you do an Oakmont to it, you take all the trees out, and now people are starting to say, hey, that's a place we want to take national events. And I think that was part of the intent behind the renovation.
You know, this is, Kenny, sort of for no names. I mean, these are club professionals, guys that their job description has really changed over the years. You know, a lot of them don't get to play that much, first of all, because they got to run, you know, a pro shop, they got to give lessons to members. If they get out maybe once or twice, that's a lot in a week. So it's a big payday for them, and it's a great opportunity to get on the national stage.
Well, they get excited about playing the game that they love in a pretty big venue. I can attest that playing Militia Hill and Wissahickon back-to-back, I shot 81 at Militia Hill and 91 at Wissahickon. Now, Militia Hill...
And you might hit the ball better at Wissahickon.
About the same. But Militia Hill, I was a little comfortable because I knew I could spray it a little bit. But you know, you've got some great local pros like John Applegate, who recently won the Burlington Country Club Open, and Dave Quinn and Don Allen, and some terrific local players that they're going to put on a show.
Aren't there about a dozen locals in it?
Yeah, there's about 12 or 13. And last year, down at Myrtle Beach, Dave McNabb from Applegate, he was in the hunt. Applebrook. He was in the hunt.
Just to set the record straight, the defending champion is Michael Block.
Michael Block. What do we call him? Steve. Yeah, we were all over the lot with him. Michael, our apology. We got that part right. And you guys heard about what happened at Sunnybrook about 3 weeks ago when local pros, similar situation, big payday for the winner, $100,000, young man who was the assistant pro at Gulf Mills. Haverford Trust puts up the money. That's a big payday.
$100,000.
For a guy that probably makes 1/3 of that.
Yes, that's true. And plus, this is a kid who wants to play the PGA Tour, and this gives him a financial shot in the arm to be able to go down and play the mini tours in the off season in the wintertime, and then he wants to go to Q school in the fall.
Yeah. Mike, your point is well taken about free admission coming up for that National Pro Championship. I think you can go, there is a website, probably the, I don't know if it's the PGA of America or what, probably has it.
PGA of America has one, I'm sure.
And they'll tell you where to park. You can get a shuttle from the parking lot.
Or you'll pick them up and just drive them over, and
whatever.
Life will be
good.
good.
Look for me. Maybe Mike will be there. I know he will be there. I don't know if he'll be providing any shuttle hops, but it should be a great, great week for golf.
And you get to see 20 of them will go to the PGA. They earn a spot. And we've had players, I mean, Mr. Seftic, the teaching pro at Marion, he's been out at PGAs a couple times. I've covered a lot of local pros. That's a big deal for them, to make it out there. And I'm sure we'll have somebody local that will be one of the 20.
Out of a dozen, sure.
And it's not so much who wins the tournament, that's one story. But the story vying for the 20th, because that can usually be 4, 5, 6 guys. And that's almost as big of a story as who actually wins the tournament.
All right, remember, it's coming up. June 28th is the starting date, the whole week. Philadelphia Cricket Club, both courses. It's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you take in 1 or 2 days. Thanks to our panel. Inside Golf continues with more in just a moment. The Valley Forge Casino Resort is the region's only full amenity gaming resort, and it's only seconds from the Pennsylvania Turnpike at King of Prussia. It features 600 slots, 50 table games, and there are nearly 500 guest rooms, plus 8 restaurants designed to meet all of your dining needs. So put the beautiful Valley Forge Casino Resort on your destination list. We're at Valley Forge Casino Resort. We're at Valley Beach, a new addition to the resort and casino. And the Chief Marketing Officer, Jennifer Gailey. Good to see you again, Jennifer. What's happened back here? Tell us about Valley Beach.
So we just opened a brand new amenity that's here for the summer at Valley Beach. And what it is a poolside club. It's open Thursday through Sunday. We've got a great tiki bar here with great frozen drinks, a great menu. We do bands and live entertainment and DJs every weekend. So it's a really fun place to come and grab a cocktail, enjoy enjoy swimming, hanging out by the pool during the day, and then enjoy the nightlife at night.
Some other recreational activities. I see you have a little beach back there. It is Valley Beach, so maybe a little beach volleyball.
Yes, we do. We have we brought in actually 40 tons of sand to create a beach right here in King of Prussia. So we have great games. We have cornhole, oversized beer pong, Jenga, some fun outdoor games to play, and yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Tell me now, who has access to this? It's not just people staying at the resort.
Right, Valley Beach is an amenity for our resort guests, so they can enjoy the amenity all the time that they're staying here. But in addition, we have access for people who have beach tags. So if you have a Valley Beach beach tag, you can access the Valley Beach area. And in order to get a beach tag, they're $100 for the season. But right now we're doing a promotional special. So if you go to valleybeach.com and sign up, you can get your beach tag for the remainder of the season for free.
So it's a great new amenity. What's been the reaction for your guests?
It's been great. It's very popular. You come out here and it gets filled up with people, you know, having a drink, enjoying the sun, enjoying the great music, and you know, it's a great way to hang out and enjoy the beach without fighting the traffic and going down to the shore.
And plenty of sunshine. Bring my I forgot my sunblock. I need it today. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful new amenity here at Valley Forge Casino Resort. Enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
The focus, the feel, the friends. Golf isn't just a game, it's an experience, and PGN Plus invites you to experience golf like never before. PGN Plus provides golfers with access to the area's exclusive private courses, and for existing country club members, PGN Plus enhances your membership with intra-club reciprocal play. Select your course, book your tee time, and play the best private clubs the area has to offer. Create your free account today. Visit pgnplus.com, your invitation to private golf.
Got a young golfer in the family? Whether their dream is to grab a national ranking or just have more fun on the golf course, sign them up for the Philly PGA Junior Tour this summer. It's competitive play on premier courses for boys and girls 18 and younger throughout Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware. Perfect for gearing up for the next high school or collegiate golf season. Available to both new and competitive golfers. Registration now open year-round. Help your young golfers find or improve their game. Sign them up today at phillyjuniortour.com.
That's going to do it for this week's edition of Inside Golf. Hope you enjoyed our story on that courageous golfer, Brandon Canesi. What a fascinating story it is with Brandon and now the folks at IZET helping him to enjoy the game that he loves. Also coming up, we're going to have a segment next week on golf board. Now, this is something that I personally got a look at during the PGA Merchandise Show this past winter down in Orlando, Florida. And you know what? It's going to be coming to a golf course near you. And a reminder, you heard our teed-off panel talking about the upcoming U.S. Pro National Championship coming to the Philadelphia Cricket Club. Well, remember, admission is free. It starts on June 28th. 300 golf pros, including 13 from the Philadelphia area. And it's an event I don't think you'll want to miss. Thanks for joining us. Remember, no matter how bad it's going for you, don't pick up. And we'll see you next time right here on Inside Golf. Inside Golf, presented by PGN Plus. Play your golf bucket list. By Jersey Man Magazine, it's a Jersey way of life, and Philly Man Magazine, bringing it to Broad Street. And by the Philadelphia Section PGA, experts in the game and business of golf.